I am not a happy man. I've just been sat here talking to myself for 15 minutes to see that I hadn't even pressed the record button. So this is going to be a retake. So I hope it has the same sort of flow as it did just now. I was going on a rant, you know, as I usually do, just getting a little bit off topic. But that's what we're here for. We like the random British guy just talking about stuff that no one cares about, whilst you fall asleep or have your morning poo, or have your coffee, or whatever it is that you're doing whilst listening to me. So, welcome back to another video. I hope you're all doing well today. You have not been clickbaited by any means. What you saw in that thumbnail is exactly what we're going to be riding on today. And as soon as I land this triple, I'm going to show you how we do it as well. So, I've been messing around with Reshade recently. I've done it on Reflex. I tried making Sim look as good as I can. And I found that if you type in mesh, that's just M-E-S-H, you get one come up. And I clicked on it, and well, I'm not an experienced modeler or anything, and I would just describe it as if you was just to make the game look like Blender. Look how cool that looks. I really, really like it. I imagine that it's probably going to look absolutely dreadful and quite possibly painful on the eyes on the YouTube side of things. On my end, obviously on my big monitor, things are a lot more spread out, a lot less condensed, especially with the bit rate that YouTube does dirty as well. It actually looks really, really good. And I've had some interesting thoughts about this. Only negative thing, first and foremost, is that's not happened yet. What's going on? Why is it? I don't know if you could see that there, but that just started flickering like crazy. That has not happened the entire time that I've... the last 15 minutes when I bloody recorded it the first time. So obviously pros and cons. Bad thing, it flickers now and then. The other bad thing that I've noticed is it's just so bright. You know, 10 minutes of this and my eyes start absolutely burning and it's flickering again. Oh my god, I'm going to have to put like an epilepsy warning at the start of this video. But pros... I actually like the way that it makes the ruts look. There's some parts of the track where you can see the entrance and the exit of your rut way before you get to the corner, and I'm pretty sure that's just down to the black outline that it gives it. Now, I have no idea how this effect works. You know, I very much doubt that it's looking into the game files and looking at all of the actual, what you call, like faces or triangles, whatever it is that you get from models out of Blender. But it looks exactly like that, you know. It looks like a wireframe, for example. And I actually like it. I think it's really cool, especially the bike. Let me go into third person quickly. So I think it looks so cool. Like, especially in third person as well. You can kind of have a look at everything and see how detailed it all looks. And I think the only thing I would say as well that really surprised me when I done it for the first time is, well, I expected to be able to see obviously all the objects and stuff around the track. That's absolutely fine. I didn't expect the track itself to have much in the way of detail, but the filter's done a very good job of still picking up all those little nuances. I thought the track would just be completely white, you know, and you wouldn't really ever be able to see much of the height, much of the jumps at all. You just kind of have to play it by feel and by luck. But I've experimented on a few tracks. I also played, is it Naura or Nora? I have no idea how to pronounce it. I'm so sorry for you Aussies. But the recent Aussie track that was released, and it looks really good on that as well. So like really easy to follow the ruts, really fun as well. And I'll be doing a video on that track soon in the coming day or so as well. Not in this sort of like video by any means. This is just a one and done thing, but just want to play that track in general because it's really good, and I just want to show it off for you guys. I feel like everyone that's played it so far has really enjoyed it. Really fun track, especially to play with friends. I played it with Rum last night, and we were just kind of going back and forth, switching lines, just messing about, and it was a really good and really fun time. So I suppose the premise of this video really is I just wanted to show off something that I thought was quite cool and that I hadn't seen before. Nowadays on this game, it's very hard to be original and kind of continually think of new and unseen content for you guys. I mean, as soon as something does well in any genre really, but as well as this, everyone else seems to kind of hop on the bandwagon and do their own spin on it. And I've seen videos kind of like very close to stuff I've made in the past, but with a tiny little spin on it as well. And it's hard to do something like just from scratch and brand new. And this isn't anything special. I mean, it's purely a button that I've pressed here, but why not? Why not do something a little bit mad and a little bit different? And I'm sure in the coming weeks or so there's going to be people that have other videos with other effects on their screen, which I would also like to do as well. I might so when you download Reshade, you get kind of, you start off with one base pack, and that's all I've got. I've not got There's hundreds and hundreds of other like filters and overlays and stuff that you can download. I've not got those. I've just got the base pack. So I might go and experiment a little bit and just download it all, see what weird and wonderful things I can find, and then line that up for a future video. I think it'd be really cool. And it could also add a challenge as well. Like, could you imagine trying to win a race like this online? I imagine that would actually be so difficult, and I'd quite like to see all the other riders on my screen, just kind of looking at their, what would you call it? Just like their model wireframe, something like that. I mean, I'm going to get so much like flack in the comments for not properly knowing what I'm talking about, but I'm not a modeler. I'm not a proper creator. I have no idea what to call all these things. I just know that it looks interesting. That's all I know. That's what I want to show off. 100%. Give this a go if you think it looks quite cool, and I promise that it looks and feels a lot better than YouTube probably does it justice for. They're on my screen right now. There is a hell of a lot of, like on the ground, for example, there is a hell of a lot of very, very thin black lines that I know for a fact YouTube won't see. I'm looking over at my recording, even when I've come to a stop here and things are moving quickly, it does all look like very, very pixely and not defined at all. But if you're playing on it on your own monitor before Susan Wojcicki, whatever her name is, does it dirty on YouTube, it looks really, really cool and very, very different, which is something that I love to do every now and then, is just mix up the game. I mean, I've got like 1,300 or so hours at this point, and you feel like you've done everything, and then you just go throw something a little bit different in the mix, and even if it's for like your 10 minutes of fun or whatever, it is fun, it is different, and that's what we're here for in the day. We like having fun. One other thing that I do quite often have fun with when I play, but it done so much worse than I expected it to do, that Rocket League video that I posted yesterday. I play like a fair amount of Rocket League. You know, it's one of them games that I really enjoy just hopping on in my free time, so I feel like it's easy to play, not in terms of difficulty. It's a very difficult game, especially at a high level, but it's just easy to sit down and just kind of like play game after game after game. And I thought, you know what, I'll jump in the deep end, I'll try and post it and see how it does. I didn't expect it to go as badly as it did. You know, I spent a good couple of hours going through editing the video, adding in kind of sound clips and some overlays to try and make it as entertaining as possible, because I'm well aware that I'm no pro at that game. You know, if you take MX Bikes and Rocket League in comparison to each other, I'm probably like 100 times as good at MX Bikes as I am at Rocket League. But I tried making it as interesting as I can, and to put into perspective just how badly the video done, my time, I uploaded it at 8 AM, and I then also upload an MX Bikes video at about 5 PM, so there's, was it 10 hours? No, 9 hours, sorry. 9 hours of time that Rocket League video has before the other video goes live. In those 9 hours, it got about 800 views. In the first hour that my MX Bikes video went up, it had already overtaken it. So, as a content creator and as someone who wants to see their YouTube channel kind of striving and doing well and kind of progressing like week on week, I can take the sign, I can take the hint. I'm probably not going to post another Rocket League video. I did post an Assetto Corsa video today, however, that video was already kind of recorded, edited and uploaded before the Rocket League one even went live, so don't worry, I'm not about to turn this channel into a like a four-wheel channel. We are going to stick on two wheels as much as possible. The only time that I might dip out into the four-wheel world a little bit more is maybe actually doing the ATV part of MX versus ATV, which I haven't done at all yet. That is a potential future video. Would be quite nice. It's been, I mean, even when Reflex was in its prime, you know, when I used to play it every day when I came home from school, I used to just be like a motocross guy, like die-hard motocross fan. The only time I would occasionally hop onto the ATVs, or the quads now and then, is if there was actually an organised event on it, like a proper race. Other than that, I wouldn't touch them, just because I feel like they're not quite as fun. And please don't come for me, quad guys. You're allowed to enjoy what you enjoy. I like my two wheels, you like your four wheels, it's fine. We can all be one big, happy, dysfunctional family, and we can all get along fine. And yeah, I apologise for trying to mix it up to that extent. I kind of need to read the room a little bit better, you know, in the future. And there were some people that genuinely really did like that Rocket League video, which I'm very grateful for. A bunch of people liked the editing that went into it. A bunch of people just liked it because they like watching me in general. But then at the end of the day, I know what a lot of people are here because I am good at games that involve two wheels, for the most part, excluding like Ride 4, for example. So yeah, we'll stick to that as much as we can. We've got Legends coming out very soon, and I've not played a new kind of MX vs ATV release for quite some time. I think the last game I ever played, the last newer game that I played was Encore way back in the day. So I think it was like the one that came just after Alive, or was that? Oh, I don't know. There was 2 games. I know there was a Supercross, and I feel like there was Supercross Encore, but I could be getting that completely wrong. So I've kind of been away from the MXGP TV scene in recent years, so I get a bad feeling about Legends. I feel like it's going to go down in a similar way that the GP game, well, MXGP 21 did and MESX5 did, where it might be funnish for a day, but then it just drops off the face of the earth and nobody enjoys it, nobody plays it. But I feel like it is my duty at this point as what I now consider as like a semi decent sized YouTube channel. I feel like we're doing really, really well. We're at 27 or almost 28k when I'm recording this, so just really, really happy. I was scrolling through my posts the other day, and I saw just before, I think it was like 3. No, it's more than 3. About 3 or 4 months ago, I saw a post that I've done. It was like, can we get 15k before Christmas or whatever? And the New Year's come, and it's just absolutely blown all of my expectations out of the water, and I've got you guys to thank for that, so thank you so much. I feel like the streams have a massive part to play in the channel's growth. I always get so many more new people join the channel when we do our aerial Supercross streams on Fridays, so really happy that I decided to commit to that, even though some days I get home from work on a Friday and I'm like, oh my god, I've got to sit and talk to strangers or sit and talk to myself for 3 hours straight, kill me. But it's good. It's 100% worth it. Really, really enjoy it. And yeah, thank you everyone ever so much. I hope you've enjoyed this video. A bit of a weird and wonderful kind of video. I hope that I've not burned your eyes off too much. If it was a little bit too bright for you, I do apologise. Hopefully that you're watching on your phone or something, so you can just turn the brightness down a little bit. I promise that on your own monitor, if you give it a go yourself, it looks so much better. It actually looks usable and rideable, and I hopped on Indy because I feel like I've got an okay pace at Indy. I can run fairly consistent laps, but obviously it works on any track. Just try whatever track you like, see how you find it, and just something very, very different. And it almost reminds me of there was a track back in the old MX Sim days that was, I don't know the name of the track, which is really annoying, but it was essentially like you was riding on a bit of paper, and it had like massive erasers as like the bales. It had like massive pencils lining the track. It was just really cool, really unique and really different, and it gave me that sort of vibe when I first clicked on it, just with the white and black contrast. But yeah, really, really cool. Again, if you want to try it yourself, just type in the word mesh when you're loading up your shaders, and you should be able to have it there. If you don't, no idea what to suggest. I'm not a shader pro. Maybe just go and install all of the shader packs when it goes and asks you to install them. I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you did, please do drop a like. I'd really, really appreciate it. And subscribe to the channel if you're new. Have a lovely rest of the day, wherever it is that you guys are up to. And until catch you in the next video, peace.
I'm working hard, I'm sacrificing my life, I'm sacrificing my mind, I'm sacrificing my sanity, but most importantly, I'm sacrificing my time. Boy, I feel fine, I feel like I am a king. Honestly, I can't complain, even with faith that's the size of a grain of some salt, I will still move a mountain and do what I want.